A very good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about a linked list. That is unit number 3. As in the previous lectures, we have already studied about the array data structure. And everybody knows what do you mean by array. Why the concept of linked list we are going to study? The reason behind is, in case of array data structure, there are some drawbacks. So what are the drawbacks of the array? The very first drawback is, and a major drawback is, the array cannot be shrink and cannot be groomed at a runtime. It means what? We are not going to increase the size of your array or decrease the size of your array at a runtime. Suppose if you have declared the size of array is integer a of 100, it means that your processor will allocate the 100 bits of memory locations for the particular array. It means that you are going to store the 100 data elements into your array. But at a runtime, it is found that you haven't required the 100 memory location. You required only 10 memory locations. So it means that you are going to store the 10 data elements into your array. So out of 100, you are going to use only 10 elements. It means that 90 bytes of memory location is going to be wasted. Similarly, once you declare the size of the array, suppose a of 100, and at a runtime it is found that you required more than 100 memory locations. So it is not a flexibility to increase the size of your array at a runtime. Keeping this in our mind, the concept of linked list is invented. So basically what it means linked list is a one kind of linear data structure. Because why it is a linear data structure? In which data are arranged in a sequential manner. Linked list is nothing but it is a collection of nodes. Basically, node means what? Node is nothing but it is a contiguous memory locations attached with each other. In case of your memories, there is a pool where the different free poles are present. Linked list is a collection of node. If we define a node or if we see the structure of node, the node is divided into two parts. As you are going to see in this diagram, the node is divided into the two different parts. The very first part which contains the data elements or the information itself, and the second part contains the address of the next node. That's why we are saying linked list is a collection of nodes and every node is connected with each other. There are different types of linked list we are going to see. The very first type of linked list is single linked list. After that, there is some drawbacks with the single linked list. The concept of circular linked list is invented. There are some drawbacks with the circular linked list. The concept of double linked list is invented. So we are going to see one by one the types of linked lists. In case of a single linked list, as we have already seen, the single linked list is a collection of nodes. So every node contains a data element and the address of the next node. As we are going to see in this particular linked list, there is one node which is having data element is 5 and the second part contains the address of the next node. So next node is containing the data value 10. His address is stored in your previous node, that means the node which is containing the data value 5. So every node is connected with each other. So in case of a single linked list, the first address of your every node or the very first node address is stored into the head node. Head is a special node which contains the address or the beginning address of your linked list. His data part is null. The head contains the information is null. Every node connected with each other, that means every node is having the data as well as the link field which store the address of the next node. So your last node will be consisting the address which is called null address. It means that there will be the stoppage point where we cannot go ahead from that particular point. It means that there are two nodes. The one particular node is a head node which never contains the information. It contains the address of the first node, as well as if we are having the last node which contains the link field should be null. The next part is what are the various different operations performed on the linked list. If we see what are the various operations performed on the linked list, on a single linked list, basically the basic operation is insertion operation. So there are three cases for the insertion operation. We are going to insert a node at the front position, that means just before the first position node. We can insert a node at a last position, it means that where the null pointer is there, and we can store the node in between the two nodes. These are the three insertion cases. As similarly there are three deletion cases. The very when we are going to delete the node, we are going to delete in the three steps, or there are or different three cases of the deletion. The very first case is you are going to delete the very first node given in the linked list. You are going to delete the last node, or you are going to delete the specific nodes given as per the conditions. The third operation is a traversing of your linked list. Traversing is nothing but just we are going to start with the very first positions, that means from the head node, and we are going to reaching at a last position where the particular node consisting the address of the link field that that will be null pointer. After that we are going to merge two different linked lists. We can sort the data elements of the linked list. We are going to search the particular data element stored into the linked list. So these are the different operations we are going to perform in the single linked list. The second type of linked list is a circular single linked list. There are some drawback with the single linked list is, in case of a single linked list, once you start with the head node, for example in this particular diagram, if you start with head node 5, we can visit the data 5, then we can see the address field. If address field is filled with some address, we are going to the specified address, then we are going to visit the data element 10. After that in the 10 there is an address field, there is consisting of some address with the address field, then we are going to visit the next data element called 20. Again there is an address field filled with some address, then we are going to the next address, we are going to visit the next element, the data element is 1. After that the link field is null. The drawback of this linked list is once you get in a forward direction, once you traverse in a forward direction, we cannot back again. That means if you are still on the current position having the node which is data value is 20, and if you want to go back, it is not possible in case of a single linked list. That is a drawback of single linked list. To recover this drawback, the concept of circular single linked list is invented. We will see the circular single linked list in the next video. Thank you.